What have we here? We got a super salad, you guys, and I'm going to show you this super salad in the winter wonderland that is this slush on the table because there's not much room inside. It's loud and noisy. And also, this stuff all comes from nature. So where more fitting to do this than in nature itself? So what do we got here? Well, of course, we got a nice big bowl of salad to start with, right? The spring mix. We didn't make it yet. We're going to dump all the stuff in, and we'll talk a little bit about it. So we got this giant thing of spring mix. Obviously, I washed the spring mix. I washed all the berries. You know, I washed the fruit. I'm going to rip it up, too, right? This way, get more surface area. If I left it in there all fluffy, I wouldn't get nearly as much salad, right? So we're looking at some magnesium, manganese, vitamin K, at least K1, phylloquinone, blood clotting, so it's involved in, and fiber, right? And a lot of antioxidants, anti-inflammatory, our folate. This is really our major source of folate here. And, you know, before we even get into all this, we've said here at One Wellness, what does a carnivore diet lack? Well, carnivore diet lacks folate, magnesium, vitamin E, vitamin C, and fiber for the most part, right? Maybe a few other things, but those are five big ones, and we got them all right here, all right? So where do we have our vitamin C? Well, we have our vitamin C in all these berries, you guys. We got a whole bunch of fiber here. Tilt this up a little so I can stand up and not hunch over like crazy. And we got a lot of antioxidants in these berries, anti-inflammatory. We got a lot more fiber, right? There's 10 grams in this pack of blueberries here, and this is going right in. So definitely a whole pack of blueberries. Remember, I intermittent fast, so I eat everything at once throughout the day, right? I should say later in the day, early afternoon, if I could, but we got work schedules, so sometimes it has to be a little later than we'd like. Pack of blackberries and a pack of raspberries. So you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of berries. Yeah, well, this is like all the fiber and vegetables that I'm having for the day and fruit, right? So we're definitely loading it up here. This is a super salad. You know, do I have this every day also? No, right? So, you know, I can have a little bit extra of certain things. Now, on top of that, we have a very rich source of vitamin E, and that's pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds not only high in vitamin E, but they're high in antioxidants, they're anti-inflammatory, they give us a little bit more fiber, and by a little, I mean actually a whole lot, 5 grams in a quarter cup. So that's fantastic because I'm trying to get 38 grams of fiber for the day because I'm an adult male, right? So, you know, adult women is 25, right? So that's what we're looking for. We're gonna sprinkle some of these. 5 grams of fiber for a quarter cup. You know, I'll put a decent amount on here. I'll really dress it nice. You know what I like about these two is they have some salt. These are actually pretty salty. These ones, you know, I like them maybe a little less salty, but they'll give it a nice flavor. You know, a little bit of salt is cool when we're talking about this nutrition profile here. I'm not really worried about a little extra sodium. It's an electrolyte, right? And, you know, I did a hard workout this morning naturally. So, you know, that's for damn sure. More magnesium, right? By the way, these also have, I didn't say potassium, selenium, things like that in the pumpkin seeds, right? Among many other things. Chia seeds. Chia seeds are a cheat code for fiber. Chia seeds are a cheat code if you are somebody that eats a lot of meat and you're looking for an easy way to get fiber, some magnesium. I believe there's, 90-something milligrams of magnesium in a serving of chia seeds, which is amazing, right? You know, depending on the demographic, you're probably looking to get anywhere from like 300 to 400 in a day or so, you know. And so that's a lot of magnesium, and that's fantastic because that's one of the things that we lack, you know, with just eating meat, right, with the carnivore diet. So obviously I'm going to get a lot of protein today, and what I'm going to do is make 2 pounds of salmon, a pound of scallops, maybe a pound of mixed seafood or another pound of scallops, something like that. But that'll be pretty much all my protein for the day. Next up, we have mixed nuts. So we're getting some more fiber here, you know, some more diverse panel of nutrients, right? We got almonds in this. We got pecans. Pecans are the highest nut and the highest antioxidant nut, I believe. Pistachios, you know, it's great stuff. So we're going to load some of those on there. Some people don't love almonds in the salad. I don't blame you. They're a little hard, right? But, you know, I don't really mind them. I can get away with it. And so, you know, we haven't mentioned the protein content. There's some protein in this, but it's not a significant source of protein, you know. This whole bowl, I'll probably get like, 40 grams, which is actually decent, but it's a lot in here, right? And that's from the chia seeds, that's from the nuts, and what's really going to be jacking up the protein here, and again, if I wanted to emphasize the protein here and I wasn't having it separately, I would put a bunch of grilled chicken on this, I would put some salmon on this, I would put, all sorts of things like that. But it's goat cheese. There's 20 grams in this. I'm going to use the whole thing. So this is going to be all our cheese for the day. We're just going to mush this whole pack of goat cheese in here. Remember, this is a super salad. Ain't no normal salad. So yeah, if you guys want to make a salad, in smaller ratios with all these ingredients, I guarantee it'll be delicious. It's extremely nutritious. And look, even without knowing anything, there's goat cheese all over me, about nutrition. What do you know here? You know that there's a lot of different colorful food here, right? And we've talked about eat the rainbow. And so, you're getting a lot of different nutrients that you're not going to be getting if you're just eating the same thing all the time, things that do not show some of their natural antioxidant nutritional capabilities. Trying to get this last bit out, so that's good. Right through their color, you can tell a lot, right? So, already tasting good. Second on our fruit list, aside from berries, we have dragon fruit. And again, this compliments Laura, so thanks. It's already cut up. We're just going to pop some dragon fruit on in here. This has 5 grams of fiber, by the way, right? So I'm getting pretty close to my 38 gram mark. And you know what really helped me a lot, actually? Because the leafy greens don't actually have that much fiber. I probably got like anywhere from 3 to 5 grams in those leaves. Really not a crazy amount, maybe closer to 5. But it's not as much as you might think for all that, bulk, like fiber bulk, right? But this is good. This is 5. Most of it came from really the chia seeds. They were a cheat code, and the berries were a nice source of fiber here. So this thing is just packed out. Absolutely packed out. And the last ingredient is arguably the most important, and why is that? Well, you have a lot of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K in this bowl, right? And so if you have fat-soluble things, how are they best absorbed, right? With a source of fat. Now, I would love to have avocado in here. I'd say that's like the one big thing this is missing. They ran out of avocado at the store. I just went shopping. I don't have any left, so, put an avocado in here. That would be like amazing, even better. But extra virgin olive oil is a fantastic addition here. Super anti-inflammatory, amazing for your brain. It's amazing for your heart. It's full of healthy monounsaturated fats. Actually lower your blood pressure, reduce your risk for all-cause mortality by 16% by having a shot every day, and it helps you to absorb all the compounds in the greens to a much greater degree. So I'm just going to douse this thing in extra virgin olive oil. Now, what you can also do, you're like, that's so much olive oil. Yeah, but it's so good for you, and I'm even going to take a shot. Bask in this stuff. It's incredible for your body. I take a shot every day. I think it tastes great, too. This one's a good one. This is the Bono. Has a nice peppery, grassy taste. Hits the back of your throat. It has more oleocanthal, oloripine, hydroxytyrosol, all these antioxidants, fancy names for them, that are great for your body. So there you have it. A super salad doused in extra virgin olive oil. Doused. And if you want to add something else for the dressing, you could have you can make it like an oil and vinegar type thing. You could also go for lemon. I think a little lemon juice on there is great. I'll probably actually go in and put a little bit of lemon on this, but that's what we got for you guys. So if you're looking for a delicious, nutritious, fiber, micronutrient-filled meal, this is your ticket right here. Who do we got on here? Say what's up to the people. We're going to go. Feet are getting a little cold. We just went out here, thought it'd be a second. Been longer than that. Goat cheese all over me. Realtor Johnny, how you doing? Meg, what's up? How you doing, baby girl? T.S. Samira, Thomas, L. Suspentero, Mumbo. Yeah, I'm all good, man. Appreciate you. I'm going right back in. It's not coming down too hard. I love this snow anyway. I'm like a kid. Pepe, DJ. We need a blizzard. That's what we need. I got the Subi. Ain't worried about it. Markers and 13 Aiton. Thank you so much for coming on as for now. So we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you very much. Happy When Wellness. Happy Sunday.